Good morning, hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, music, and anything else potentially interesting that we might gather throughout the show, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander, and today is Thor's Day, also known as Thursday, August 4th, 2022. So what happened on this date, you may ask? Well, I will start us off in the year 1753, in which George Washington became a Master Mason. Yep, the Freemasons and all that stuff. There's a lot of shady things that they did, especially involving those of underage variety. Not good things. So, 1772, English poet and artist William Blake, aged 14, was the first apprenticed to engraver James Bashire in London. Okay, so the first apprentice to this guy. Cool. At the age of 14, alright. 1821, Russian Antarctic expedition led by Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen returned to Kronstadt after becoming the first to circumnavigate Antarctica. Huh. Well, that's interesting. The first guy to go all the way around Antarctica. Once again, the Ruskies beat us to it. 1873, during the Indian Wars, while protecting a railroad survey party in Montana, the U.S. 7th Cavalry under Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer clashed for the first time with the Sioux near the Tongu River. One man was killed on each side. 1879, Pope Leo the 13th published encyclical Aeterni Patris. What is that? I really need someone who can speak Latin. So while Google's figuring that out, I'm going to move up into 1892. Queen Wilhelmina and Emma opened Merwede Canal between Amsterdam and the Rhine. And the Aeterni Patris, it was subtitled On the Restoration of Christian Philosophy in Catholic Schools in the Spirit of the Angelic Doctors St. Thomas Aquinas. The aim of the encyclical was to advance the revival of scholastic philosophy. Interesting. So for further reading on this particular subject, please refer to the underbar. Link is now posted. What else happened on this date? Well, we have a murder of interest. 1892 as well. Sunday school teacher Lizzie Borden's father and stepmother were murdered with an axe in Fall River, Massachusetts. Borden was later arrested, tried, and acquitted. Yep, what's that? Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden. L-I-Z-I-E Borden. Rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. So yeah. Dang. Moving on up into 1914, during World War I, Field Marshal Lord Kitchener became the British Minister of War after Britain declared war on Germany. 1918, Adolf Hitler received the Iron Cross First Class for bravery on the recommendation of his Jewish superior, Lieutenant Hugo Gutmann. Ooh, well that's interesting. So he got an award from his... So I wonder if he threw that award away or something. Like, that's someone watching. Go look that up after the show, of course, to see if Hitler disavowed his Iron Cross bravery. 1 year later, 1919, Rodin Museum opened in Paris in the Hotel Borden, containing the works left to the state by the sculptor Auguste Rodin. Huh. It's an interesting set of glasses he has there. 1936, U.S. athlete Jesse Owens won his second gold medal at the Berlin Olympics, defeating German Luz Long in the long jump final with an Olympic record. Nice. 1941, Winston Churchill departed on Prince of Wales to U.S. So I believe Prince of Wales was a ship, maybe. You don't really name your aircraft that way. So 365 days later, in 1942, Colonel General Yeremenko arrived in Stalingrad and welcomed Nikita Khrushchev. Yep. So Khrushchev is a Soviet name, I believe. I don't know. I called somebody, something Khrushchev yesterday on the phone, and they liked the name, but I just didn't remember where the word Khrushchev came from, and not good. 1944, on this date, which is August 4th, Anne Frank was arrested in Amsterdam by German security police, the Groene Politie, following a tip-off from an informer who was never identified. Sounds like a time traveler to me. So, 1944 as well, the Finnish government passed a special act making Carl Gustaf Emil Mannerheim president of Finland. 1 year later, 1945, U.S. golfer Byron Nelson won Canadian Open at Uplands and Thornhill Country Club for a record 11th consecutive PGA victory on the way to a record season tally of 18. Cool. 1952, gambling boss Theodore Rowe was murdered by the crew of Sam Giancana. Well, that's not good. Sounds like Vegas shenanigans going on right there. 3 years later, 1955, Eisenhower authorized the $46 million construction of CIA headquarters. Dang. Yep. Tax dollars being spent to spy on the taxpayers. Yeah. 1956, Elvis Presley released "You Are Nothing But a Hound Dog," a cover of Big Mama Thornton's original, written by Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller. So that's not even his original song. That was just a cover. Somebody else wrote that. That's interesting. 1958, the Billboard Hot 100 was published for the first time with "Poor Little Fool" by Ricky Nelson at number 1. I gotta listen to that. "Poor Little Fool" by Ricky Nelson. Actually, hold on a second. Whoop. Ricky Nelson, "Poor Little Fool." Alright. In 1962, Nelson Mandela was captured by South African police. Yep, this is leading up to his time in prison due to apartheid. Extremist segregation right there. Yeesh. 1967, Pink Floyd released their first album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, their only record made under the leadership of Syd Barrett. Whoever Syd Barrett is. My dad would know if he was here. Well, if he was present in the room. He's at work. He's still with us. So, yeah. Let's hope it stays that way for quite some time. 1970, Jim Morrison was arrested for public drunkenness in Los Angeles. That's interesting. That wouldn't happen anymore today. 1972, Uganda dictator Idi Amin ordered the expulsion of 50,000 Asians with British passports from Uganda. Yep, well, seeing how what China and other countries of that area are, have done in the past, I don't mind that. 3 years later, 1975, Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant was seriously hurt in a car crash in Rhodes, Greece. And speaking of car crashes, did you hear what happened yesterday with that representative? Obvious assassination is obvious. So, 1980, John Lennon and Yoko Ono began recording Double Fantasy in New York City. Which reminds me, I need to make a note in Jabberwocky. States. Alright. 1981, Oliver North was assigned to White House duty. Ollie North! As Stan Smith of American Dad would sing, praising this fucking war criminal. 1983, Danielle Steele's romance novel Thurston House was published. Okay. 1984, U.S. athlete Carl Lewis won the 100 meter in 9.9 seconds in Los Angeles, the first of 9 Olympic gold medals over 3 games. Dang, that's pretty cool. So an average of 3 medals per game. Also in 1984, Prince's Purple Rain album went on to number 1 and stayed there for 24 weeks. 1985, future Hall of Fame infielder Rod Carew, hat and a poof, right there, of the California Angels, wow. California Angels singled off Minnesota's Frank Viola to collect his Major League Baseball 3,000th career hit. Angels win 6-5. Go Angels. 1985 as well, New York Yankees retired Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop Phil Rizzuto's number 10 jersey. Also in 1985, Tom Seaver of Chicago White Sox became 17th pitcher to win 300 MLB career games, defeating New York 4-1. 54,032 were attending at Yankee Stadium at the time. Dang, that's a lot of people. In 1994, Howard Stern dropped out of the New York gubernatorial race. Gubernatorial, what the hell? New York gubernatorial. What is that? Let me check that out here real quick. Nope. Damn it. Hold on. Copy. Paste. There we go. Gubernatorial. What is the gubernatorial? What is? Okay, well, it's some kind of political bit. What is the gubernatorial? Relating to a state governor. Oh, so gubernatorial. So supposed to be governor. Gubernatorial election where the office of the state governor is also on the ballot. Typically includes the other statewide office contests, and it is held in a year other than when the presidential contest is on the ballot. All right, so that's interesting. I didn't. Wow. So he was running for governor of New York. Wow, that's pretty cool. 1995, following a suspension from the league for substance abuse, former Mets outfielder Darryl Strawberry joins the New York Yankees and eventually helped out the Bronx Bombers to win the 1996 World Series. Strawberry. Also in 1995, Operation Storm began in Croatia. The Croatian army attacked territory under the Republic of Serbian Krajina in the largest land battle since the Second World War. Holy cow. 1 year later, 1996, Canadian Open Women's Golf, the Deux Marières Classic at Edmonton Country Club. Laura Davis won by 2 from Carrie Webb and Nancy Lopez. Also in 96, Jim Bunning, Errol Weaver, Bill Foster, and Ned Hanlon were inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Cool. 1997, William Ryan Holt and Michael Meschler were arrested for breaking into Ellie McPherson's Los Angeles home. Yeah, don't break into people's houses. It's not cool. 2001, Australian cricket spinner Shane Warne skittles England 162 with a 633 to guide tourists to a 7-wicket third test victory at Trent Bridge. I'm pretty certain I read that correctly, although I still feel like I just had a stroke. Aussies regain Ashes with record 7 straight tests to win versus England. Blech. 2005, U.S. Hall of Fame jockey Pat Day, at the age of 52, announced his retirement from the saddle. $298 million career purses. Dang, that's a lot of money. A lot of money for a little guy. Those jockeys are small. Also in 2005, Prime Minister Paul Martin announced that Michelle Jean will be Canada's 27th and first black Governor General. Alright, cool. Why don't we have a picture of Michelle Jean here? You know, why just the white guy? You know, no, I'm not going down that road. 2 years later, 2007, 32-year-old Alex Rodriguez became the youngest player in MLB history to hit 500 home runs, connecting on the first pitch he saw as New York Yankees defeated Kansas City 16-8, or 2-1. 2007 as well, San Francisco slugger Barry Bonds homered off Clay Hensley in the second inning of a 3-2 loss to San Diego to tie Hank Aaron's 33-year-old Major League Baseball career home run record of 755. That's impressive. 2009, Kim Jong-il met former President Bill Clinton. He pardons and releases captured U.S. journalists Yuna Lee and Laura Ling, who were found guilty of entering the country illegally. Yeah, don't do anything in North Korea if you're there. Just sit your happy ass in that hotel room and wait till your flight to home comes. Do nothing. Don't even talk. Don't even look at anything. Just sit there. 2001, California's Proposition 8, the ballot initiative prohibiting same-sex marriage passed by the state's voters in 2008, was overturned by Judge Vaughn Walker in the case Perry versus Schwarzenegger. Yep, Schwarzenegger, good old screw your freedoms guy who pushes mask mandates and then later doesn't wear a mask on his own. You know, hypocrite. But then again, what do we expect from the son of a literal SS operative? 2012 golden double for U.S. at London Olympic tennis as Serena Williams destroyed Maria Sharapova 6-0 and 6-1. In women's singles, Bob and Mike Bryan won men's doubles, beating French pair Michael Laudrup and Jo-Wilfried Tsonga 6-4 and 7-6. Now wait, men's doubles. But wait, isn't men supposed to have 3 scores? How is there only 2? That's weird. 2012, U.S. took the 4x100 meter medley relay double at the London Olympics with Michael Phelps collecting his 18th Olympic gold medal. The women's team set world record at 3 minutes 52.5 seconds, or 0.5 seconds. 2013, Hassan Rouhani was inaugurated as the president of Iran. Yeah, that's a really well-kempt beard right there, my friend. 2015, Robert Downey Jr. was named the world's highest-paid actor by Forbes magazine, earning $80 million. 4 non-Hollywood actors made it to the top 10. Well, so, like, Chinese actors, Bollywood from India, stuff like that. 2017, Rwandan President Paul Kagame won a 3rd term with a 98.63% of the votes. Yeah, that's fishy. That's very fishy. 365 days later, 2018, President Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela survived an assassination attempt via drone live on TV. Huh, that's weird. Somebody trying to kill him with a drone? Drone warfare is already here. That was 4 years ago. 2021, just last year, Rihanna was named the world's wealthiest female musician, worth $1.7 billion by Forbes. Yeah, and she can't sit there and cry about being a victim. Whatever. Anyway, before we move on to births and deaths today, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Start a dialogue. Start saying something in the comments section. Just because the video is over, which it's not yet, but after it is, doesn't mean that things have to be over. Keep things going. Keep the communication talking. Let the think tank commence. Moving on into births, we have Louis Vuitton in 1821. He was the French founder of the Louis Vuitton brand of leather goods, now owned by LVMH, born in Angers, France, dying in 1892. Yeah, I know a guy named Louis. He hates being called Louis. So then I just make fun of him in other ways. There's actually like a decent-sized list of ways to fuck with him. The year 1900, we have Elizabeth Bowles-Lyon, the Queen Mother, the British consort of King George VI and Queen Mother after his death. Born in Hitchin, Hertfordshire, England, dying in 2002, just 20 years ago. Huh, that's interesting. So she lived to be 102 years old. 1901, we have Louis Armstrong, is a U.S. jazz trumpeter and singer. Hello, Dolly, and What a Wonderful World. Born in New Orleans, Louisiana, or New Orleans, proper pronunciation, dying in 1971. Then we have Maurice Richard, born on this date in 1921. Nickname is Rocket. He is a Canadian NHL star, Montreal Canadiens' most valuable player of 1947. Born in Montreal, Quebec, dying in the year 2000. He doesn't look too pleased about that either. Kind of has like a little bit of I don't remember the character's name from Parks and Recreation. He kind of looks like that one guy a little bit. Sheldon Adelson was born on this date in 1933. He is a U.S. business magnate, CEO of Las Vegas Sands Casino Company, and a major political donor to the GOP in Israel, born in Boston, Massachusetts, dying just last year in 2021. Well, you know what? Anyone who donates to Israel, I'm happy they're gone. David Lange, 1942, 32nd Prime Minister of New Zealand of the Labour Party, serving from 1984 through 89, born in Otahuhu, Auckland, dying in 2005. And he looks like a hoo-hoo. Who else was born today? Oh, God. Barack Hussein Obunga, 1961. Born in Kenya, not Hawaii, so this is a lie right here. 44th U.S. President, serving for the Democratic Party from 2009 through 17. I thought it was 8 through 16. That's weird. Because by 2017, wasn't Trump in office? I would have sworn. That's weird. The first black U.S. president He's half black, you know. Why doesn't people focus on the half that's white? Why do they only focus on skin color? You know? And this guy's just complete trash. Boo! 1962, Roger Clemens, a Major League Baseball pitcher for the Red Sox, Blue Jays, 7 Cy Youngs, and most valuable player, born in Dayton, Ohio. Meghan Markle, 1981, Rachel Meghan Markle is a U.S. former actress, Duchess of Sussex, and wife of Prince Henry, born in Los Angeles, California. Wow, so she's living the dream. Yep, and all she had to do was be born a woman. Or be born a female, whatever. Nothing woman about her. She's just a gold digger. 1992, Cole Sprouse, a U.S. actor, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and Riverdale, born in Arezzo, Italy. We have Dylan Sprouse, 1992, a U.S. actor, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, born in Arezzo, Italy as well. So these two must be twins. Moving on into deaths. We have Hans Christian Andersen in 1875. He was a Danish author of 150 fairy tales. The Ugly Duckling and the Snow Queen, died at the age of 70. We have Enver Pasha, died on the state in 1922. A Turkish general and politician, died in battle at the age of 40. Valhalla awaits. 1931, Danielle Williams was a U.S. heart surgeon who performed the first open heart surgery, and he died at the age of 73. So cool. That doesn't say successful, though, there. Just first open heart surgery. So. Then we have nobody. Actually, no. Today, right now, on this date, 2022, today, we have Johnny Famechon, was an Australian boxer, WBC featherweight champion of 1969 through 70. Died at the age of 71. So, Alice, if you're watching this, yes, I did report on the guy who died today. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, that concludes the show today. I have completely deviated from my script, so I don't even know what it is once again. Once again, you can check the underbar for any links that you may be interested in, which includes everything OMNI Coalition, but it's not limited to that. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, and 1 in the afternoon Eastern time. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander. You are you, and until you catch us tomorrow, do not forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles! Let's go, Brandon.